shoot up the pianola. You broke it.
Shut your mouth and get back to your dishes.
Okay, Buck.
I scare you, Rogers? That was what you call a near miss, wasn't it? How come you ain't toting your guns? Where are they at?
I came up here to do a little fishing. My guns are up in my room.
You better get 'em. Next time, I might forget to notice that you ain't wearing 'em.
Do I have to fight you, Santee?
No. No, you don't have to. You could leave town sudden-like. Say tonight. Like maybe you was afraid of me.
Don't press me, Buck. Don't press me.
Oh, I'm afraid I have to, Rogers. I got nothing against you personal. It's too bad you had to come up here. But now that you did, I'm going to draw against you. I got to draw against you, otherwise people around these parts won't know I'm still Top Gun.
You can be Top Gun, Santee. Tell you what I'll do. When I get back to Hollywood, I'll tell everybody that you're faster on the draw than I am.
Hollywood. I don't care none about Hollywood, Rogers. I care about Tanner. Ain't nothing you can do now. Just you being here's enough. Folks are saying you're faster than me. Even my young'uns are wondering about it.
I see. Well, why not have a shooting match at a target?
No, Rogers, no, it wouldn't do. Targets can't draw guns. No, sir, we got no choice except to settle this between ourselves. Now, let me see. I'll give you an hour. Just 1 hour from now, either be at the south end of the street or get out of town.
You're pressing me, Buck.
I mean to, Rogers. I'll be down the north side of Main Street near the drugstore. You either be out of town an hour or you be ready to fight. And if you ain't out of town and you ain't ready to fight, I'm going to have to kill you.
Well?
I tried to get the sheriff like you said, but he's gone fishing.
Fishing. Every time there's any trouble, the sheriff goes fishing.
Yeah, nobody in town seems to want to fetch him back.
Where's Roy?
Well, he's in his room getting his guns ready.
Oh, Pat, you've got to stop him.
I'll see what I can do. I'll go have a talk with him. I'll see you. Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Is this Miss Evans' room?
Yes, I'm Dale Evans.
My name is Eleanor Santee. I'm Buck Santee's wife. May I see you for a minute?
Of course, Mrs. Santee. Come in.
I'll check with you later, Dale.
Okay, Pat.
I suppose you know why I'm here, Miss Evans.
Yes, I think I do.
I've always heard that you were a fine Christian woman, Miss Evans. So I've come to throw myself on your mercy. You've got to help me.
Just what do you want me to do, Mrs. Santee?
Stop those two men from killing each other. I want my husband home, alive.
Don't worry. He'll be alive.
You mean you think Buck will outdraw Roy Rogers?
No, ma'am. But Roy has never killed or shot to kill in his life. He won't do it today. If Roy outdraws your husband, he won't shoot to kill.
Oh, but Miss Evans, Buck's fast. Faster than any man Roy's ever met up with. This ain't the movies, Miss Evans.
I know. But there's nothing else Roy can do. Your husband has put him to a challenge. I couldn't ask him to leave town without meeting it. Anyway, Roy wouldn't do it.
Oh, Miss Evans, what are we going to do?
I have a suggestion, Mrs. Santee. If you won't think it's foolish.
What?
Would you join me in prayer?
The hour's up, Roy. You ready?
Yeah, Pat. Let's go.
Hey, you want me to cover you, Roy? This Santee may be yellow. He might have a Confederate waiting to plug you in the back.
No, Pat, I don't think he'll do that. He's too sick to play any tricks.
Sick?
Yeah, he's sick with pride. False pride. He's like Billy the Kid, Pat. Johnny Ringo and Dillinger. He's sick, and he's afraid.
Well, this is it, Roy. You gonna walk down there and meet him?
Yes, Pat, I am.
Well, I don't guess there's nothing I can say to make you change your mind.
No, there isn't.
I didn't think there was. Well, good luck, Roy.
Thanks.
Good luck, Mr. Rogers.
I hope you get him, Roy.
I see you come, Rogers.
I'm here, Santee. You sure you don't want to change your mind?
Keep walking, Rogers. I'm coming out to meet you.
Mr. Santee! Mr. Santee!
Get out of the way, Bud.
Mr. Santee, it's Lester. He's drowning in the rapids.
Did you hear that, Santee?
I heard.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Ain't nothing I can do. I can't swim.
I can. You want to call this off and try to save your son?
Save him, Rogers. For God's sake, save him.
There he is, Mr. Rogers. See? He's hanging on that rock.
I see him.
He's too far out, Rogers. He can't swim in the rapids.
Pat,
Yeah, Roy?
tie this rope around me.
Okay.
Roy, you'll never make it.
I'm going to ride Trigger out. I think between the two of us we can make it. How about it, Trigger?
Mr. Rogers, I'll never be able to thank you, even if you don't save him.
We'll save him, Mrs. Santee. Pat, come upstream with me. Hold on to that rope. Keep going, Trigger. That's the boy. You can make it. Lester, I'm going to throw you a rope. If you catch it, tie it around yourself. We'll haul you in. Okay?
Okay, Roy.
All right, then. Here goes.
I got it, Mr. Rogers. I got it.
That was a wonderful thing you did, Roy.
It sure was.
I didn't do much, Dale. It was Trigger. He really had the hard work.
Well, anyway, I guess Mrs. Santee and I had our prayers answered. Buck told her that he'd thrown his guns in the river. He's never going to wear them again.
I'm sure glad to hear that.
Yeah. He said that if he just happened to outdraw you, his boy might have drowned.
It sure is a lucky thing we came up to Tanner on a fishing trip. You know, it makes me realize all the more the Lord moves in mysterious ways, his wonders to perform.
And, folks, that's the whole story of what happened to Dale and Pat and me the time we went fishing on the River of No Return. There is a river called the River of No Return. Sometimes it's peaceful and sometimes wild and free. Love is a traveler on the river of no return, swept on forever to be lost in the stormy sea. Wailery, Wailery, I can hear the river call. No return, no return, where the roaring waters fall. Wailery, Wailery, I can hear the river call. Come to me. Wailery, Wailery, I lost my way on the river, and forever my heart will yearn. Gone, gone forever, down the river of no return.
There is a river called the River of No Return.
No return. can hear the river call.
No return, no return.
Where the roaring waters fall. Wailery,
Wailery.
I can hear the river call. Come to me.
Wailery, Wailery.
I lost my way on the river, and forever my heart will yearn. Gone, gone forever, down the river of no return. Wailery, 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 she'll never return to me. Wailery, Wailery, Wailery.
Friends, when you buy a new car, you're looking for something special, aren't you? You're looking for a car you can depend on. You want a good-looking car, of course, but more than that, you want one that really comes through when the going gets rough. Well, I've told you that Dale and I have driven Dodges for a good many years. Yes, sir, and we've sure been proud of every one of them, because we've found the Dodge people make a car you can depend on, not just on smooth city streets, but out here in the West where the dusty, bumpy roads give a car a real going over. And another thing, you want plenty of room inside a car. I know. I've got pretty long legs myself, and I need lots of room to stretch out in. That's one big reason why I'm so proud of my new Dodge. It's just a big, roomy, comfortable car. Well, that's about all I have to say, except for one thing. Remember, the big, beautiful 54 Dodge is the lowest-priced V8 in its field. That's right, friends. A Dodge V8 costs you less than any other V8 in its field. So take my advice. Drop around and see your nearby Dodge Plymouth dealer tomorrow. He'll show you a right pretty car that's really dependable. The new 54 Dodge. And if you like, take a look at some of the first-choice used cars he's got on his lot right now. They're all fine cars, and they're priced especially for your pocketbook. Well, that does it for tonight, folks. See you next Thursday, same time. Until then, goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.
Happy trails with Dodge, the car that gives you more.
The Roy Rogers Radio Show is produced under the supervision of Art Rush and directed by Ralph Rose. Tonight's story was written by Ralph Rose and Charles Smith. Music arranged and conducted by Frank Worth. Production assistant, Virginia White. Tonight's all-star cast included Pat Brady, the Mellow Men, Jane Webb, Tony Barrett, Harley Bear, David Duvall, and Peter Votrian. Join us again next Thursday evening at this same time when the dependable Dodge Plymouth dealer in your neighborhood will again bring you the transcribed Roy Rogers Radio Show. This is Lou Crosby speaking for the man who sells and services Dodge job-rated trucks and the elegant new 54 Dodge.